So, Corey, we've done your physical. Now we're going to take a look at your blood work and see how it was. For the most part, everything looks good except for your cholesterol levels. So your total cholesterol was 212. We really want that number to be less than 200. Your LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, that was 140, and that should really be below 130. Your HDL, that's your good cholesterol, that was 40, and it really should be more than 50. Your triglycerides were 160, and that should be below 150. So really not that bad. It's sort of borderline high, but you do have hyperlipidemia, which is high cholesterol.
You know, I'm not really sure what cholesterol even is.
That's okay. A lot of people don't know what cholesterol is, so we can go over that. It's a waxy or fatty substance that builds up in our arteries, and it's produced by our liver, and it also comes from animal sources. Our bodies need a certain level of cholesterol to function, so cholesterol is necessary, it's important. But when you have too much cholesterol in your body, these plaques form in your arteries, and they can impede the circulation throughout the rest of your body.
Oh, okay. So what happens with these plaques? Are they dangerous?
I'll show you. So this is a depiction of a normal artery. You can see there's no plaque buildup here, so the blood is flowing freely throughout the body. This next one is starting to have some plaque buildup. In this case, you can tell that the lumen of the artery is becoming narrowed. This one over here, you have a lot of plaque buildup. So you can tell that there's not very much room for the blood to flow through this artery. In this case, you're really starting to have problems. This last one here, this is a depiction of a ruptured plaque and a blood clot formation. This is what can happen if your hyperlipidemia goes for a long time without being treated. If this blood clot goes to your brain, you could have a stroke. If it goes to your heart, you can have a heart attack. That's why it's really important to get your cholesterol levels under control.
Oh, that sounds serious. What can I do to bring my cholesterol levels back down to normal?
I'm glad you asked. So the first thing that you can do is eat a heart-healthy diet. So that includes a lot of whole grains, vegetables, fruits, healthy fish like salmon, nuts, and low-fat dairy products. You want to limit your intake of red meats and full-fat dairy products. Obviously, you don't want to be eating too many fried or sugary products either. The next thing that you can do is get 150 minutes of exercise per week. That's moderate intensity exercise. So, brisk walking, swimming, jogging, any type of aerobic exercise. Obviously, cigarette smoking isn't good for your health at all, but it does affect your cholesterol levels too. I know you don't smoke and you want to continue to abstain from smoking.
Okay, that makes sense. I hear there's different types of fats. Can you explain the differences?
So we have unsaturated fats, saturated fats, and trans fats. Unsaturated fats, those are the healthy fats. You're going to find those in fish such as salmon and trout, and you'll also get that in walnuts and avocados and healthy cooking oils, vegetable oils like olive oil. The next is saturated fats. That comes from animal products, so pork, beef, chicken with the skin on it, and any full-fat dairy products. You want to keep that to less than 7% of your total fat intake. The last is trans fats. These are the really bad fats. So trans fats are produced in an industrial process to make liquid oils into a more solid base. So a lot of these, it's basically like Crisco and all of those kinds of shortenings. You'll find those in fried foods and baked goods. So you really want to keep that fat intake until in less than 1% of your total fat intake.
So what happens if I eat healthy and exercise and my cholesterol's still high?
That depends on what your cholesterol numbers look like, if you have any other risk factors, and if you've been truly compliant with the lifestyle changes that we're talking about today. Some people are genetically predisposed to having high cholesterol. Those people are going to have to go on medication no matter how hard they diet and exercise. Other peoples are making the changes that they need to make, but they still have high cholesterol. In that case, they may need to go on medication. Statins are the most common medication used for high cholesterol. They work in the liver to prevent formation of cholesterol. There are other different types of medications too that work in other ways to lower your cholesterol levels.
I sure learned a lot today. I guess I'll have to make a lot of different changes to live a healthier life.
You do have a lot of changes to make, but it's never too late to start eating healthy and exercising more. Your levels are really borderline, so by making these changes you can really normalize your cholesterol levels. I know it was a lot of information for you to absorb today, so I'm going to give you some handouts from the American Heart Association on everything we talked about. And I want to see you back in 3 months. I'm going to check your cholesterol and we're going to see how you've been doing with all of these changes.
Okay, well, thank you. I hope I didn't waste too much of your time today.
Oh no, not at all.
Check it out now. High cholesterol.
Alyssa, come on in.